Hello everybody, I'm TychoCelchuuu and you're listening to a Men of War shoutcast. It has been quite a while, I've been quite busy, but I'm finally here, and this is a pretty epic game that I'm starting us off with, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. We're playing as the Japanese. This is a 4v4. We're the Japanese, and our opponents, I believe, are Americans. We will see this soon enough. It's this map. I don't know the names of the maps. It's not really important to know the names of the maps unless you're the host, but this is one of the good maps. The good maps are the ones that don't have a bunch of like uncrewed weapons lying around. The bad maps are ones that do have those weapons. Because some of the weapons, for some reason, there's just like a whole bunch of guns and machine guns just like lying around, and that really unbalances things. It just becomes a race to get to them. There's like flak verlings just sitting around, and that it really breaks the game. So those are the bad maps, and then pretty much all the other maps are good. A couple of them are kind of weirdly designed, too many hills or something, but overall, as long as the map does not have a bunch of stupid guns and stuff lying around, they're good. So I don't even know what the developers were thinking when they made those maps in the first place. But yeah, so there's an M8 Greyhound destroying my buddy Lollybo's Type 92, which is a little truck with a whole lot of machine guns, and that's pretty much all it does. It's very good at killing infantry. I've bought a submachine gun squad and a rocket launcher dude. That's a pretty standard opening build for you if you're going heavy infantry. The rocket launcher, of course, will fight off any tank, especially any light vehicle, because those are what you're going to fight in the beginning of the game. And the infantry will, of course, fight their infantry, which is what I'm doing right now. I have some people in the middle, but they're all dying. You see this huge amount of infantry just waves and waves coming at me, so I'm trying to get out of there. Rocket launcher is kind of overkill for the beginning of the game. You can get by with an AT rifle and pretty much kill any light vehicle they're going to pull out, but I prefer a rocket launcher because it's a one-hit kill, guaranteed kill pretty much, versus AT rifles, which often bounce off. And because if I don't use it early in the game, it can still kill tanks later on. So this huge amount of infantry, just gigantic amounts. I'm yelling to my teammates on vent, which of course you can't hear because I didn't record it. Just huge amount of infantry, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm buying a Type 92 because this thing has like 5 machine guns stuck in it, and I'm going to kill everybody. And then I got mad because this one little submachine gunner I had killed like 5 infantry on his own, so he's taken the job of the Type 92, which I bought. And I'm wondering, where's my Type 92? It's supposed to be in the middle soonish. I'm waiting around for it to show up so I can slaughter all these infantry, which I'm really looking forward to. So I go down and look, and it's stuck on a hill, so I give it another move order, and that apparently is all it took to get it to move. Every once in a while your guys will get stuck and you'll have to like direct control or something, but very often they don't get stuck. I've heard some bad things about pathfinding in this game, but I think it works pretty fine. I've never had any issues with pathfinding or with AI. I say as my Type 92 is doing some stupid backing up sort of thing. And now I'm looking at the car Isuzu Mortar, which is awesome. It's the mortar truck, but I'm not going to buy it because I don't really need it quite right now. Lots of death going on in the middle, infantry dying. Like, look at all those enemy infantry dudes. I am like, oh boy, here we go. And my Type 92 rolls in, already killed 2 people because it just has 5 machine guns. Almost gets killed by the Chaffee though, so I'm like, oh, that's bad. Right as I get here to kill everybody, there's a Chaffee. And so I lose my Type 92, did take out quite a few people, but not the wholesale mass slaughter I was hoping for. I'm thinking about tasking my rocket launcher dude over to the right to kill it, but it's not looking so hot. That's quite a bit of distance to get to the Chaffee, and other than the Stewart there, I'm yelling to my teammates, telling them this is going on, because you see it's kind of a big-ish area in the center. It would be very difficult for my rocket launcher guy to get all the way over to the right. It would most likely be intercepted by any infantry. I was moving him forward to kill that Stewart, but you saw I just got killed by my ally, who has a medium tank somewhere in the area. There's a medium tank, the Hawaii. I believe there's a Cheeto there, and now they track his damage, so we're good. We can attack it on our own terms, and this is going to be fun in a second. Watch this submachine gun dude. I see these machine gunners around the corner, so I want to get in close and own them with my submachine gunner. I'm having kind of trouble seeing, so I just move the camera, zoom right in, go around the corner, make sure not to take cover because then he wouldn't be looking, and kablamo, machine gun dead. There's another guy there, and it's just that's pretty crazy. I'm not sure why those guys didn't shoot back at me, but that's their problem because they're all dead. Because you can really Men of War is really how much infantry micro do you want to do. Like, you can set them behind a wall or a sandbag or something and just let them shoot enemy infantry when they show up, and that works pretty well. Or you can like direct control and play like a third-person shooter and go in and really own some people, or you can do it any level in between. That's why I really like, if you're in the middle of a really important, really small level skirmish, you can control them like really tactically. Or if you just want to buy a ton of infantry squads, spread them all out and let them do their thing, that works too. So it adapts really well from really small squad level engagements to gigantic battles across multiple fronts, and that's one of the things Men of War does really great. Now we have a Sherman out, which is a bit of a problem for the Japanese. They can use their rocket launchers or dynamite or AT grenades just like any other team to take on the Sherman, but in terms of AT guns, they can also take on the Sherman moderately well. But when it comes to tanks, often the Americans pretty much outclass the Japanese completely. The Japanese don't have a lot in the way of heavy tanks, and the TychoCelchuuu is about as heavy as you get, and it does knock out their Sherman, so we got pretty lucky there. But now we have another Sherman to deal with, so things might not go so well for us. That Sherman right next to the Chaffee, he managed to contuse the crew and off the vehicle. That means he's primed his dynamite and he's evacuating. Unfortunately, the Sherman is now hull crushed, so it's gonna die. But that was that was just crazy. My ally right there, Panzerfaust 556 for those wondering, one of the game replay guys, drove straight up and set it to explode. It should be exploding soon. I stopped looking because it stopped exploding. He might have somehow canceled the thing. Oh, fucking God! Whose tank is that? That's Panzerfaust, right? Yeah, he ran over my rocket launcher, dude. Okay, and I'm picking up the rocket launcher and I'm looking for the corpse, but I can't find the corpse because he squished the corpse, so that destroyed all the ammo. Now I have a rocket launcher with one shot. I was pissed about that. That was not good. I am not amused if he is watching this right now. So this is Lollybo. Lollybo loves his little flamethrower Minesweeper thing. That's a Minesweeper chassis, but they use it to mount lots of flamethrowers on it, and at this point, we are all amazed that he is not dead yet, because he's driving straight into enemy territory and just setting everything on fire. It's just bizarre, really, that he's gotten this far without being attacked by some sort of tank or anything. And at this point, I'm thinking he's got to clear out this rightmost point. I'm telling him that with my arrow, I'm telling him there's people in these bushes, and he just gets incredibly lucky. Rocket launcher fires straight over him, misses, and it's actually not super lucky, because that has a very low chassis. You see how, oof, and it blows up. But it has a very low chassis, so it's like a tank hunter or something. They have low profiles, and it's very hard to hit them with lots of shells, especially if they've got some sort of cover or something. So that's very nice. If you're fighting infantry and you keep moving and you have a low chassis like that, as long as you don't get too close, you can count on them missing a lot more than they miss when they fire at tanks or something, which make very large targets with their turrets that stick up. So that was fun. I bought a paratrooper squad, and I believe I sent it over to the right because we have an opening now. That Lollybo has sent in his flamethrower thing and detonated it, and it went kapow! And this is the advantage of having infantry spread out all around. When your opponent makes these charges with their squads, you can catch them unawares, and if you have men all over, maybe someone's close enough to toss a grenade. Grenade goes right in, and kaboom! For the price of one grenade from a guy who was just hanging around in a bush, I took out most of the squad. And my paratroopers doing pretty well. Paratroopers are the elite infantry of the Japanese, not the assault infantry, but the other elite infantry. They're lightly armored, but they can sprint very, very fast, move very quickly. They, unfortunately, pretty much mostly have bolt-action rifles, but they're very good with their bolt-action rifles. I just lost them all to an M20, if you watch in the upper left, but I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't know that at the time, so I lost them all and wasn't really paying attention. And that's one of the problems that happens when you fight on two fronts, but I always try and keep the fight up on two fronts. I think the pressure is worth it. So now there's a mortar in the middle, and as soon as you see a mortar, if they know where you are, you either have to pull back or attack, because if they know where you are, they're going to shell you, so you can't stay where you are. So I sent my two infantry dudes sprinting towards the mortar. One of them died, but the other one made it. I tell him to chuck his grenade, and that's going to be the end of that mortar. And happily enough, look, I found another mortar. Hoo-hoo! So I don't have any grenades left, so I tell him to walk up and attack with his gun. And now they set up some sandbags. I am inside the sandbags. I'm telling him to attack. He's not firing because he's melee attacking. He's beating them to death with his gun. That is absolutely fantastic. Then I pick up the mortar so I can start firing with it, but that doesn't last very long. He gets killed. But all in all, a very good job by that one little man I sent. I think that was my tank. By that one little man I sent, just to show, goes to show any man can make a difference in Men of War. It's not like a lot of strategy games where it just calculates the numbers. One guy attacks, the other guy's got a hit point bar, and if you're one dude, you're never going to kill him. Men of War, one man can make a difference if he wants to be a hero of World War II. One of them quit because he didn't think it was looking good. But at around this time, Lollybo, we were all yelling at him to turn off his vent because there was a fire alarm going on in the background, so he actually had to evacuate and go AFK because somebody put the popcorn in upside down in a microwave in his building.